training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you. The sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city. What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
I've got to slide under to get through.
Hurry!
Come on, I can do this. Never thought I could make that.
To sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide under.
All right, good. What's next? If only I could spend every day running and jumping. Now let's see how quick my feet are.
You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady. I want you to sneak up on me, if you can. That's my girl. Don't let me hear you or see you.
Didn't see anything at all.
Crouch down and approach
Why
from
fight
behind.
when you can slip past?
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet. Perfect shot. Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we? Yes. You hit hard. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Block with your blade. Come on. Well done. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance. You're quick. Smart move. That'd stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat. Come on. Go for the fatality. Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Atano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Chemical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsey? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murders.
What?
Can't still my heart. Cast you in cold marble. No! Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, and then I'll bring her to Cauldron Prison until her trial. My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the Rose Gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
That'll be all, Captain Mayhew.
No!
Well, that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed. Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Lady Emily, you're... Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye. I need my signet ring.
What I wouldn't give for a bottle of...
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Kind of dry. I could really go for a whiskey or something. Maybe one of the 2 penny drinks.
Traitors.
With the throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserted. Itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, the cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Ramsey's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's my fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsey is too dangerous to be left in play.
Something's gotta give.
Traitor. This won't leave my hand again. Anton Sokolov made this lock. I spent so many nights in here after the rat plague. I better take these. I have a feeling I'll need these. The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. I've got to get out of Dunwall. Somehow Delilah turned my father to stone. I will find a way to undo it.
Someone...
I need to find a ship. The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up. I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. You've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. Look at this saucer.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Today, on this sad anniversary
Take this!
What's going on here?
Hey, who is... You aren't going in! You're done. Let's see what you've got. So dead. Into the road for you. You and me now.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up. I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. Got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or
Today, on this sad
There's no way to turn
anniversary,
back.
we mourn the tragic slaying of our beloved Empress Jessamine.
2 more months, she says. Then she'll leave him. I can...
We've got to get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Attention Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new empress.
So it's a coup.
All hail
The Caldwins have finally...
first of her
Shh!
name.
We shouldn't be talking about this.
Until later, then.
What? What? Here? Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked. What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
Trust me. You don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
That's how you're going anywhere.
What am I going to do? Something's going on at Dunwall Tower all across... Lady, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yes, I'm ready. Am I still aboard Megan's ship? Feels odd. What is this place? Where am I? I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. Corvo mentioned being here once.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can. There are no stars inside.
stars in the sky. I shouldn't be here. No one should.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All
right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland, and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
You know the skipper?
It's the time when I could
A dreadful whale. No, it's not.
2 coins for a Cadillac, even if it's dirty. No more.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement.
I missed the time when I could go
Let a few bloodflies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with bloodflies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
If you want out of the city as bad, this is our chance.
No. More likely we all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more bloodflies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Fellow Serkonans, let us rejoice in the crowning of our new Empress, Delilah.
Nah, not this time. You know that was supposed to go to us.
Duke of Serkonos, now royal consort to the Empress. For 3 days following the Duke's return to Karnaca, all official government activity will be put on hold as the Duke recovers from his travels, and additional tariffs will be levied against foot traffic.
Trouble sleeping again last night. Maybe I ought to try one of those sleeping tinctures, but they can be kind of pricey.
Hey there. What have you got for me? Oh, you're kind, thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood-fly-infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint. See you sometime.
Hey, come here.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
You found this place, I'll trade with you. Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry. Glad we could do business. I need a nap.
Enjoy the air here. I, for one, ain't selling fermented shark. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Tonight I'm gonna trade in some wages for a bottle of whiskey. Maybe try my
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice.
Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next?
No!
Ball of light. From the time of the rat plague.
If anyone asks, he just ran through it. So, let's see.
I'll search Will.
Wonder who that was.
Did I imagine that? No, I'm sure.
Wonder what I'm dealing with.
Holy shit! Let's go! This won't take long. Damn you! Take it! I'll be wiping off your blood later.
We unite against the spirit.
Good to see you again. Can't afford them?
I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
I'm getting tired of the sound of my own voice.
Use your eyes. They all died. There was some old man screaming outside like one of them was the last woman in the eyes. Tried to throw her a bouquet of wild mimosas.
Let not the wanderer into your home, friend. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots into the bedrock of the community has passed. Those who wander are untethered by blasphemous wonder.
I wouldn't get too close. What's he going on about? Beats me. Half the shit they say makes no sense.
Is a friend to the outsider.
Dumbass. Don't
Never
listen.
doubt that.
9-7. That is what I should have
Say
said.
to the
Now I
flesh
feel
that is
remorse.
familiar,
People bother me
that
all
of the
night.
fowl and sheep, the ox and fish from the cold ocean. Those who taste the flesh of the rat risk drifting through the void for all the remaining hours of all the remaining years, until the world is swallowed itself by the void, and all manner of things are destroyed. Set a table for your family that will keep them safe. Lay out a meal that would cause you no shame should your neighbor come to sup with you.
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft
Karnaca
music
is in
boxes at
great
each enclave.
peril, brothers
Here in the
and
city,
sisters.
Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge of construction materials scattered across the aisles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly,
Karnaca
brother.
has but
Much
one
better to
chance to
protect
save
such a powerful
itself,
tool.
and that is to
Assemble them in
What was
secret
that?
and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural. This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kindana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Won't the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now. But mark me, anyone who shows up here has ill will at heart. There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
Someone's asking
I'll
for
help
trouble
you search
over
the
there.
place.
What? But strictures. No!
I'll cure the world from the likes of you!
No!
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
I definitely heard something. Better check.
Huh? What? Guard!
What's going on?
What's going on here?
You're not supposed to be here.
Help me!
Accept your
anyone!
fate, miscreant! By the stricture. Impossible. Isn't she the woman on the
No, I've seen enough for her life. That's not right.
Come on. Hurry up. Hey, you got him. Put it down in the hole.
The fucking dust.
Put it down. Good job. Take this.
I won't ask you why you needed that. So how do I get to Addermeyer?
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Addermeyer.
Better than nothing. Thanks for your help.
Die! Huh? Surrender and die!
Murder! Call the Grand Guard!
Adonai Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
Something's gotta give.
Someone there.
I don't like that. Better have a look.
Hey, who are you? Yeah. What's that? No way!
Nobody there.
Come on, I don't have time for games!
I don't want to. Adonai Station. This should take me out to the Institute. More Grand Guard soldiers. Best to avoid.
All right, Chopper!
Hello?
No, you
Anybody?
Shooting dice or searching
No mercy! Take it! Somebody's down! Those kids! You're standing in my way! I'll check around.
Where is she, damn it?
Adonai Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
Adonai Station? No one ever goes out there anymore. Or rarely.
Pretty sure I saw someone.
Where did you go?
Someone there.
Someone right here.
You're not supposed to be
Don't let her escape!
So let's see. What was it? Here! Don't let her escape! Get away!
No mercy!
Take this! Come back here! Can't stay hidden forever!
Adonai Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
You're looking for action, Sergeant Quinn.
No thanks, ma'am. That's not what I'm saying. Why do we even need Grand Guard personnel here?
Hey, who are you?
Hey! You're not supposed to be here!
No use running!
You aren't going anywhere.
Kiss. Ever been to that saloon Apollo? Shooting dice or...
Somebody's down! Escape! Come back here!
Who's there? You won't get away!
The Addermeyer Institute of Infectious Disease. Alexandria Hypatia, chief alchemist. Once it was a solarium for recuperating aristocrats. Now it's a place of alchemical study. The Crown Killer's taking lives in my name and has to be stopped. It's my hope that Hypatia can explain. They say she's brilliant and altruistic. Well respected across Serkonos.
Should we check it out? Nah. I'm just making sure it's still in order, I guess. Nobody comes around anymore. But you never know when the Duke's gonna send someone out here to check on things. It's odd, but he keeps an eye on us.
Wait, this is the... After last night, we sure that.
You've been working here for months. You know Dr. Hypatia's office is off limits to you. Maybe I
begging you. It would only take a few hours for Dr. Hypatia to see them. My 7-year-old broke her leg carrying water down to the miners. And my 3-year-old...
Hey, where did you go?
Something wrong?
I wonder who that was. Don't let her escape! She's dead! This head of yours is worth its weight in silver.
Leg carrying water down to the miners. And my 3-year-old has been coughing dust for weeks. His skin is so...
Huh? Where did you disappear to?
This shirt reeks. I've got to get a spare uniform.
What?
I'm hungry.
Did I imagine that? No. No, I'm sure.
Huh?
I wonder who that was.
Hope it's not something bad. Maybe it's nothing.
Hey!
Out of the move. Show yourself.
He can't escape! He won't go! No use running! You aren't going anywhere! Impossible!
You make sure...
How did you do that? Need some help! You little shit!
guilty of standing. Move it. Finish it.
Finally know your place. You don't.
Leg carrying water down to the miners. And my 3-year-old has been coughing dust for weeks. His skin...
Where did you disappear to?
Are you alright?
Once they say something's amiss, then I just can't get... Settle down, stomach. Dinner will be in you shortly. What wouldn't I give a bottle of pear soda? I'm about half sure there was something going on. Yeah, next time.
No one knows what's happened.
No, no, no.
Could be anything.
You aren't going to get away! Stop it! Take it! This won't take from mercy! She's wounded! Let's finish her! Strike at me, tear you to pieces!
Nope, nobody there. Damn, I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Who's there?
There's no one here.
Nothing happened. Oh well.
You make sure she stays where we want her. Hypatia never leaves Addermire. Remember that.
Sir, it's just that the other night she went missing, and I still don't see how she got out.
Maybe we're not clear on this, Corporal. In case anyone asks, the good doctor never... Unless it's on official business for the Duke. Got it? Oh.
You little shit!
Why? They have to know something. I'm not seeing things.
You're Hamilton? Why did they lock you up? You know something?
I swear, I know what I saw. Hooded. I just caught a glimpse. So much hate in the eyes. As if the world needed more of that. I'm not seeing things. I hope they didn't steal my notes. I need to go back to my room. They took my key. I thought I could... I don't know. What a fool I was.
There are so many skilled craftsmen across the Empire.
I so enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another. Imperfectly formed, half understood, poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end, you found another way. But you'll always remember the truth, won't you? Your truth, at least.
Kiss the outsider's balls for luck.
bottles again. What was I working with? Iodine, perhaps? Are you a patient of mine? I'm sorry. I should know that.
I'm here to ask you about something.
Do you cover your face because you were hurt? The afflictions we treat here are more common than anyone likes to admit.
I'm not here for treatment. I'm looking for Anton Sokolov.
Sokolov? Yes, he was here for a short time, but she took him away to see Kirin Jindosh. Do you hear something?
What about the Crown Killer? The patient of yours?
The Crown Killer? That name came from the newspapers. I'm afraid I don't... Oh yes, the murders. I was in Dunwall, studying diseases found among whaling crews. Wait, did someone just call me? I've been forgetting things. The Crown Killer is an interesting case. I feel almost sure I could help with that. It's just... I used to do such good work, and now my memory is failing me. Who is that calling me? Excuse me. I didn't used to lose things like this. A disease of the memory, perhaps. A common affliction for the gifted. Something is terribly wrong. But I can't put my finger on it. We don't get visitors very often. Only one recently.
Oh, reminds me of natural philosophy lessons from Anton and Piero.
The Duke must see reason. I need more patience. There's so much I could do here. Like when Adam... Coming back to the Institute after my trip hasn't relaxed me, has it?
Are you all right?
Dr. Hypatia did this. She's the Crown Killer. But she's not herself. She developed a serum trying to help the miners. The first version caused horrible changes to her mind. It's too late for me, but maybe you can still save her. She's a good person.
What can I do?
In my safe, in disease treatment, you'll figure out how to make the counter serum help her. The safe code is 312.
I've always wondered what your flesh tastes like, my dear assistant.
Watch my own back.
She's gone. What happened?
What's this then? Where are you, my pale, posh friend?
Hopefully it's inside. Something's missing. Not quite right. I should check Vasco's notes.
I finally understand it. There's a part of Hypatia that she doesn't even know about. It's always there, riding along in her mind, takes over and forces her to use more of the original serum with some regularity. The Duke keeps her here and, if I'm right, sends her out on diabolical assignments. Hypatia is the one the newspapers are calling the Crown Killer. She leaves and comes back, leaving bloody footprints. But there's a cure, a counter serum. I'll try to admit. I get my notes from the safe in disease treatment. Hello? Oh, Alexandria. I was just... No. It's you.
Yes, Vasco, my love. You're found out, and now we have some experiments to conduct. Come, I'll make you comfortable.
No!
I hope this works. It's ready.
All right, here we go. Piece of critters.
You're dead, aren't you? Isn't this fun?
no! Not back to sleep! I won't go. I won't give it back!
Dr. Hypatia?
Yes. I'm sorry. Something's not right with me. Maybe I contracted something working with infectious samples.
No. Someone was poisoning you. But you should be better now. I found some alchemical notes and made a counter serum.
Poisoning me?
Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of it. If you need a place to lay low for a few days, come find us. I'm staying with an ally on a boat called the Dreadful Whale.
I need to lie down.
Who's running around?
I'll help you look around. I don't like that. Better have a look. Did I imagine that? No, I'm sure.
Nice decade back. Imagine spending a season here, just resting while people take care of you.
No thanks. Sickness is still sickness, even when it's wrapped in a silk bathrobe. All I can imagine is people coughing up blood all over their tea and crumpets. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What happened to that custodian? Wait, Hamilton? Someone said he went nuts working the night shift.
Yeah.
Oh well. I wonder what I'm dealing with.
No, no, no!
Prison corners.
I'll be damned. You won't get away. I'm back here.
That's the watchtower. Dr. Hypatia?
Yes.
Who are you? What?
Once that watchtower is down, Megan can pick me up.
You aren't going anywhere. Holy shit!
No way! Here! Don't let her escape! Looking for a fight? I can't see anywhere to reach her. No use running!
I saw someone right here. Let's check the place just in case.
I miss being Dryan.
Hey, you!
This place yet. I don't like it.
Come on!
Right now.
Sure.
Yes. Let's get back to the ship.
Later I'll be laughing over rum about how you died.
Did you find Sokolov? No. But Hypatia was the crown killer. What? I don't believe you. The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she's alive. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that. What about Sokolov? They gave him to a man named Kieran Jindosh. Do you know him?
Everybody knows him. The grand inventor of Serkonos.
Then he's next. Let's hope Anton's all right. In his day, Sokolov was Dunwall's genius. He transformed our city with his inventions. Electricity for the factories and carriages racing along above the streets. As I grew up, his buzzing and glowing devices kept me safe. His stories always made me giggle, and his outrageous conversations shocked aristocrats and overseers alike. Now, all these years later, Kieran Jindosh is Karnaka's genius. A mad inventor who has given the Duke sinister machines that move like people but aren't. Clockwork soldiers that fight and kill. I've got to find out where Sokolov's being held and bring the old man back alive. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of clockwork soldiers.
They say up in Tivia, watch the faces of those who bow the most deeply. You might want to talk to Hypatia before we head out. She's taken one of the rooms, just for a while, I think. Needed to be away from Admire.
Megan must be up on deck.
Oh, you're here. Stay with me a moment.
Dr. Hypatia, can you remember anything that might help me? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He could be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kirin Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me, but I owe you for helping me at Adamire. Thank you. Adamire solution. I hope it keeps you strong.
Ramsey and the Crown Killer. 2 pieces of the puzzle. More to go. So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
Ready.
All right, let's get underway. Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
Emily, take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.